Well. Here we are, day 2. Have no clue what's going on, but we're gonna make it work. And that's to the best of my abilities. So, we, tonight, my lovely viewers, are gonna be watching Winner's Bracket 1.1. The maps are as follows: Haunted Seas, Domination, Pacific Islands. Pacific Islands Epicenter. Alright, let me start us. We got Haunted Seas, Domination, Pacific Islands Epicenter, and Typhoon's Eye Domination. For Winner's Bracket 1.1, we are going to be watching Reinstall, Throw, Delete versus SPS, GS, BO3. Okay. Just a bunch of letters and alphabet. That's it. Okay, fair enough. But that is our first thing that we are watching there. And then the winner of this bracket here is going to go on to play against Corn Papa's Bad Dude. But we won't be watching that. We'll be watching Diamond Dogs versus who? Winner's Bracket 2.2? Okay. So, buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. This is our long day. Alrighty. Whoop, sorry, didn't mean to bump the mic. It's a little more in the way, to be honest. I think I might have to move it. Let me mute it first, and then I'm going to move it. Alright. Now I have access to my keyboard. Here we go. Oh no. Okay, it's in my pocket. We're good. Just waiting on an invite. As usual, every rule of the waves is the same. There it is. So we have Strato's team here. This is... Oh wait. Where you guys... Hold up. You know what? I'm going to show you guys so you can see what the hell I'm talking about. Alright. So, I use these right here. These... The Cloud earbuds. The HyperX earbuds. I like these so much and how they fit that I actually bought the wireless ones. So I get confused sometimes when I'm wearing both. It's kind of annoying. But... Alright. Face goes bye-bye. I'm not gonna lie. So I haven't seen. Hold on, I'm gonna make jokes now in this room. Versus face on keyboard. Oh, they cheesecake was having with that one. I thought it was pretty funny. What tier 8 am I gonna pick? I don't know. What, you got some suggestions? Hold up. Let me type that out. I don't think they're happy with me calling them face on keyboard. Oh shit, we're getting right into it, man. Oh, this is such a change from yesterday.
General quarters.
All right, in your blue team, you have reinstall, throw, delete versus BO3, or as I called them, face on keyboard. Because before BO3, there was a bunch of random letters. Alright, so your DD matchups, you got Rafi in the Smalland versus 7 sits above heaven in the Kleber. Honestly, I think I give, if Kleber gets a clean shot, or clean like go at it, it's going to have to be mindful of those the Buffalo and the Des Moines though. That DPM is no joke, especially if they're at the perfect range. Torps are out, not going to really hit anything, as long as Napoli stops right there. Meanwhile, down south, we got Daring versus Smalland. That one's a much closer fight, in my opinion. If Daring gets some torso, obviously they hit harder than Smalland's, but Smalland moves faster. Its torps move faster, so it has a better shot at hitting. Sends 1 rack out at San Martin Yamato. 2 racks. Meanwhile, up north, kind of stalemate there. Just kind of hanging out. First real damage is going to be onto Yamato. We'll see if there's a flood. No flood. Well, maybe one more. Nope, still no flood. Oh, that's unfortunate. Torch coming out from Daring onto Yamato. It looks, honestly, I think those are going to hit. Yamato does get a flood, but puts it out. We'll see if he can survive any HE spam. But, I mean, he only has to worry about the Daring. Everything else is going to be shooting AP. Yamato over here on BO3 side is sitting at a quarter health, kind of hurt pretty badly. Let's see. Meanwhile, up north, Napoli is just chilling with Colbert. Secondaries are going off, but not really going to hit anything, obviously. Meanwhile, Henry versus a Buffalo. We're going to see those shots. Come on now. Oh, a good hit. A decent hit. Daring just launching torps. Thing has not moved. Is this person DC? Or are they just sitting there farming? Oh, no, they're there. They're there. They're moving. San Martin hurt as hell, as well as the Amato. None of those torps hit. Honestly, I'm a little surprised. Arsonist making a play on B here in the Daring. Are we going to see a suicide rush, though? Nope, no, he just wants to get that nosies. Just get the nosies. We do end up losing the Yamato that was down south. Heavy hits onto Arsonist. Everybody's pretty much converging on him now. Shots from the Buffalo, the Yamato, and the small end. Kremlin is now pushing the small end. That's going to be kind of an issue for him, especially if he has high explosive loaded. Seems like all the action's happening down south. Everything's pretty normal up top. Torps going out. Does end up shooting, but misses. But the secondaries are pretty dang good on the Kremlin line. So that's going to be tearing them up a little bit. Smallin doing a great job just staying thin as possible before he can get another set of torps on. Oh my lord, heavy hit from... There was definitely some full pens in there. Absolutely full pens, because that was AP. Take a look at what's going on top here. Smallin is at a little over half, so doing pretty good. Des Moines not doing too good though. Columbo's crushing them, as well as the Henry. Buffalo ends up taking down the Kremlin on the side of BO3. Points are in favor of a reinstall. We're going to see if they can do anything else here. San Martin is definitely going to need to be careful, though. That is chunks. Chunks. And that's, I think that's the rapid reload from Buffalo. Maybe not. Meanwhile, up north, Napoli's taken down Des Moines. And they've extended their lead by about 300 points. Oh, they decided to just straight up ignore Cheesecake down south. Daring at very low health, really he's going to have to back out, try to heal some, maybe get some lucky torps on someone, but the Buffalo takes down the San Martin. The Henry takes down something, I don't even remember now. And then it's just left to the two DDs with only 14 seconds left, so game one goes to the favor of Reinstall. Completely crushing face on keyboard. This is a best of 3 round here, match. So, excuse me. So literally, their name is SPSGSBO3, but I'm calling them face on keyboard versus Reinstall. So again, best of 3. After this, we will be watching Winners Bracket 2.2, which is QB versus Diamond Dogs. I did have dinner today, so we are in good spirits. And y'all get some ghosty hearts. Alright, so on the left we have Reinstall. On the right is BO3, also known as Keyboard on Face by me. They don't call themselves that, that's what I'm calling them. Vickroy with a 5 gifted. Damn, dog. Why is it hang so low? Hopefully we can get into the second match pretty quickly here.
General quarters.
Alrighty then. In blue, is this Stratos team? That is Stratos team. We have Reinstall, and in red, it's face on keyboard. Your DD matchup is as follows: Daring and Summers versus Daring and Smallland. I'm not sure if the Summers pick was the move, but we'll see. I do like Summers. It does have the best detection, or one of the best. I think it might be Vampire now, but second detect is not bad. Best detection in this match, still good as well. That means they're going to be able to spot the DD first. And with these teams all communicating, there's going to be a good amount of fire coming down on a DD that gets spotted first. And that is a wall of torpedoes heading out, going fishing, trying to catch something, maybe. I don't think he's gonna, nope, not one thing. Maybe, yeah, no, not even. Didn't have the range, unfortunately. Currently, the cap's in favor of Reinstall. They definitely, Face on Keyboard has a lot more people outside of the caps. Buffalo versus Napoli, and on the left, we have Napoli, San Martin versus a Henry, and the other two here, Buffalo and Christopher Colombo. Face on Keyboard is going to really have to do something, because this points lead is going to get out of hand pretty soon. We got Torps coming out. These are actually looking pretty good. Oh, maybe not. The attempt was made. Actually, they might be... They're for Vermont. He's turning in. It is going to eat one of them. Two of them. It does get the flood, though. But is there anyone that can capitalize on that flood? Buffalo goes down, or no, Buffalo takes out the San Martin. At some points, the Summers died. Napoli now takes down the Buffalo. I'm like missing all the action right now. Alright, we got Torps. Definitely that's going to be enough. Yep. Darren takes him down. Doesn't lose too much health for his troubles, but is going to have control of that cap. Meanwhile, center ring is getting flipped. Oh, not anymore. But we're looking at the overwhelming victory, possibly. A little overshot there. Torps on to Elephant Sandwich. Doesn't get a flood though, but is coming under heavy fire from everybody and their mothers, to be honest. Torps are out, down the throat. Is Yamato going to be able to avoid them though? I mean, we pretty much guarantee that this victory goes to Reinstall. Darren does end up picking up that Yamato. They're pretty much just wrapping things up. Heavy hits, oof. Darren goes down, but so does the Buffalo as well. And now there is only one left. Napoli also takes down the Henry, but is going to have a pretty healthy Colombo in his face really soon. Okay, that is all. Making sure. Oh, look. There you go, iron. I got you. Just waiting on the next invite, so the next match is Winners Bracket 2.2. So the people that we are going to be watching is Winners Bracket 2.2 QB versus Diamond Dogs. Best of 3 as well. So the maps are as follows. Blue Front, Domination, Chain Epicenter, and then Loop Domination. Sorry, I don't mean to be yawning so much. I just need these invites to come. Alright, fine. We watching whoever. Well, here we go. Just waiting. Man's trying to sneak in Annapolis. It might be too loud now. Oops. It's not what I meant to do. Bruh. I think next rule of the way is I'm literally just gonna pick whoever the hell I want to follow. Because, like, this waiting game is kind of for the birds. Oh, we're finally filling up a little bit here. Looks like we're waiting on Queen Bee, QB, to get their people all together. Paltry, what the hell, dog? Yep, just sitting here waiting. That's about it. Yeah, allegedly there's a time limit, but I mean, who knows? Alright, see, now QB is completely ready and Diamond Dogs are not. We love to see it. Oh, where's my phone? I mean, not obviously not the one that is here, but the other one. So I'll play some TGC Pocket while I was waiting, or TCG Pocket. Oh, I don't even have my water. You know what? Be right back. Alright, moving into the first match. I had Bella get my water for me.
Action stations.
Alrighty then. Thank you. Alright, so in your blue, we have Diamond Dogs, and in red, we have QB. Your DD matchups is as follows: Druid and a Summers versus Vampire 2. Okay, that's the first Vampire we've seen. And a Druid. Druid opening up and popping smoke. Summers decided to just dump torps in there. We're gonna see if any of them hit. They do not find their mark, but Summers does have control of the cap. Vampire fighting high explosive. Taking a lot of damage from Druid. But Druid is giving up that broadside to the Yamato. We're going to see if they can clap him. Pretty gnarly hit, but not going to be enough. Heavy hit from the Puerto Rico, but Puerto Rico is going to be taking some torps. Is sitting at half health, does get flooded, but pops that damage control. Napoli is in a better spot, but is taking massive damage from Puerto Rico as well. And the Vampire 2 has lit a fire, or it could have been the secondaries from the Puerto Rico. ARP Yamato has taken down the Austin. So the Austin on the side of Diamond Dogs has gone down. Yeah, that was a long shot then, huh? Because he was like right here, right? Napoli does end up taking down the Puerto Rico, but the Vampire 2 takes down the Napoli. Heavy shots. Kremlin doing Kremlin things, you know, you gotta love it. I love the Kremlin. Great battleship. San Martin sitting at a quarter health. We'll see how he fares. I don't think he's spotted. Oh, he's definitely spotted now. Engaging the Druid. Druid takes one torpedo, gets a flood. Heavy hits over here from... And then the San Martin finishes it off. Very nicely done. Yep, took heavy damage from the Christopher Colombo. With 2 minutes left on the clock, QB has completely dominated Diamond Dogs. We'll see how they answer back. Yamato's taking a lot of torpedoes right now from that Summers. Those swords were definitely good. Gets the damage control as well. It's going to try to light the fire. Down goes the Vampire from the San Martin, and there's just those 2 battleships. Kremlin's in the corner. ARP Yamato does not have much longer. This match is pretty much over with 24 seconds left. We'll see if there's any changes in terms of ships or anything like that while we wait for this other match to start. Who's gonna off that annoying seagull? That's funny. Okay, throw it away from me, okay? Alrighty then, moving on to this next match here.
Action stations.
All right, in your blue team, we have Diamond Dogs, and in red, we have QB. Currently, QB is up 1 match. This is a best of 3. QB has opted to let go of one of their DDs and picked up a Stalingrad. Meanwhile, Diamond Dogs is still running their 2 DD comp. We'll see how it plays out here on Epicenter. Currently, the middle cap is in control of QB. They're pushing out to take control of that center ring. That is going to give them the cap advantage, and that point intake is going to increase. Strangely enough, only 2 of them are in the cap. Actually, 1 of them is just in the cap, and they're in control of 2 caps, which is kind of crazy if you think about it. We got Napoli versus Napoli, but Yamato is chiming in with the guns. Buffalo is going to be getting in there too. Torpedoes come out from Neo Rider onto Bond. Heavy hits from Napoli onto the Austin. Oof, where'd that come from? Was that the Preußen? Preußen might have just clapped Napoli here. San Martin has taken down the Puerto Rico on the left. So Diamond Dogs is the first to lose a ship. but are controlling both caps. Score is almost even. ARP Yamato has taken down the Austin on this side of Diamond Dogs. Napoli's probably not much longer. Oh, he turns at the wrong time. He's going to eat that torp. Yep. Nope, secondaries get it. With a minute left, they are down on points, but they're getting two of the caps now. Well, one of the caps. They can have control of one. Now getting it at center cap. We'll see if it's enough to overcome that. Because they are down by 100 points. They're going to need some kills just to make it close. Oh, the thing is that Napoli, or that Yamato is going to go down. Does get the last shots off. And all that's left is that Napoli. They need 33 seconds. Because the points is close. All Napoli needs to do to win is survive for the next 25 seconds. Shots are coming in, though. Those miss. High explosives coming in. Those shots almost took it down. Does he have a smoke left, though? And the Stalingrad takes down Napoli. Almost got away with it if it wasn't for that meddling Stalingrad. But QB takes game 2 and have won the set. So that was the winner's bracket 2.2. Round 3 is going to be loser's bracket 1.1. So we are going to watch Diamond Dogs versus Face on Keyboard. mic is static, there's no way it should be static. Easy way to figure this out. I gotta listen to myself. Pop out one of these earbuds real quick. Yeah, alright. It sounded good to me. I don't know. I don't know, guys. Try refreshing. Cause that sounded solid to me. Space goals. see, since we're waiting here, might as well see if there's like any deals or what that we can talk about. Same. Nothing much. Just waiting for an invite for the loser's bracket. Wanting to play games while waiting. Actually, I pretty much, I'm thinking about it, how I just give up my whole night. My whole weekend goes to this. My weekend nights go to this. And I'm not gonna lie, the waiting infuriates me. Oh, buddy. Alright, so we could talk about the matches, or the maps that we will play if it goes to a best of 3. Oh, obviously. The matches that we've seen so far have just been 2 matches per set. So the first one is going to be Friar's Lantern. It is a domination map. Second is going to be Pacific Island Epicenter, and then Typhoon's Eye Domination. If we make it to that. Alrighty then, getting into our first match.
Battle starts.
So in blue, you have Diamond Dogs, and in red, it's Face on Keyboard. Loser of this set gets eliminated. Alright, so for our DD matchup, we got a Druid and a Vampire versus Smallin and a Holland. Holland's being the first one we've seen so far. We'll see how Arsonist can make that thing work. The radar is definitely helpful. The torpedoes are definitely great for... They don't do a lot of damage, but they get floods pretty good. Guns are opening up. We got a heavy salvo coming in. That is a huge chunk off of the Vampire. The return fire onto the Holland isn't as threatening. Does end up kicking out the Vampire. Alright, he's going to take the cap. Should be getting out of there because honestly, that is a heavy shot there. Puerto Rico, with a combination of the vampire, has taken him down to about half health right now. Meanwhile, down south, Smolin versus Druid. Druid's just opening fire, hoping to get a fire, or opening fire, trying to get a fire onto the Preußen. Torps from the Holland going on to the vampire. We'll see if they hit. Remember, they move pretty quickly though. How many? 1, 2, 2 hits on to vampire. No flood though. Looks like we have a permanent fire on the Preußen. It is a Smolensk double. And the Henry takes down the Preußen that was sitting in the middle, but honestly, it was on a double fire. It had very, very little chance of surviving that. Now off fire is getting focused onto the Kremlin. Smolensk smoking up Preußen and himself. Caps are in favor of Diamond Dogs. They do have control of 2 and have had control of 2 for a while now. Are still losing only because of that 1 kill, but that'll be made up very quickly if they continue to hold. All right, there it is. They take the lead with that kill onto Smolensk. Smolensk is a very strong boat, but very squishy. So high risk, high reward. Puerto Rico has gone down up north. And the Kremlin has taken out the Henry. Henry has gone down. Druid's just open water gunboating just so disrespectfully. Puerto Rico takes down the Preußen, and now there's a gunfight breaking up between Druid and the Smolin. Smolin's trying to run away. Druid swapping fire back to the Buffalo, taking out the Buffalo. It's going to be going back to Smolin. Only 2 DDs left. Goliath ends up taking down the Smolin, and all that's left is Arsonist in this Holland. Absolutely zero shot. That face on keyboard is going to win this, and the Holland does go down to the Puerto Rico. Oh, we're waiting on Face on Keyboard to change some things around. We'll see if they can turn this thing around and not get too owed. Remember, they are on their last life here for the tournament for Rule of the Waves 19. What? I don't know what I did. I just completely did something and lost the chat, but apparently there's a Q&A going on. Let's go ahead and end that. Confirm, end that. Alright, so there's looking like there's a change here. The Z52 is coming out from Arsonist. I do like the Z52. I'm wondering if he's running that Legendary mod. Legendary mod is a solid mod for that thing.
Stations.
Alright, so your blue team, we have Diamond Dogs, and in red we have Face on Keyboard. That is not what they're actually called, that is what I'm calling them, and I'm sticking to it. You can't change... Yeah, you can't change my thought process. Sorry. They're Face on Keyboard forever. So we got the Druid and the Vampire 2 going into that center ring right now versus the Daring and the Z52. Currently, the caps aren't in favor of Diamond Dogs. We'll see how long that lasts. We know that Face on keyboard doesn't really like to go for the cap early on. They like to hang back, try to snipe, try to focus people down. Torps coming out. We're gonna see 2, possibly 2 torp hits. 1, 2, no floods. Z52 is using his smoke to try to get that Napoli a little bit of cover there, because he is coming under heavy fire from Goliath and possibly that. Oh wait, nope, Goliath and Napoli. No torp hits on that Druid. Druid honestly is a pretty good gunboat. I mean, it is all it is a gunboat. It has no torps. But the way it can just stay bow in and continue to get all its guns to bear, that's what makes it so strong. It has a pretty decent heal as well. Vampire 2 does take down the Yamato with guns. At some point that happened. San Martin versus Puerto Rico over here. Puerto Rico's... I think I'd give it to Puerto Rico if he gets a good salvo on him. But not just that. Kremlin and... is that GK? Yeah, GK shot at him. First Schlieffen, we see. Does dodge the torps. Nicely done, Stuka. Currently, Diamond Dogs has a 200-point lead. Good hit. San Martin takes down the Puerto Rico, though. Currently, I see zero way that Face on Keyboard is going to win this match. They're down about 200 points. They have 0 caps. They're about to lose that other cap. It's definitely going to be hard for them to come back. And San Martin goes down to the Druid. That Druid AP is actually really, really good. And Goliath is now just straight up charging Buffalo. Is he going for torps or gun kills? There's the torps. Down the throat. Down goes Buffalo. And Diamond Dog completely crushed. Face on keyboard. And that is it for face on keyboard in this tournament. Thank you for playing. Now we just have one more set to watch for today, at least. Let's change the port up, huh? Alright. Dio, this is for you, man, so you can kind of see what a legendary mod is. Actually, right here, perfect. So this is the legendary mod for the Minotaur. You could see what ships have a legendary mod by going into the tech tree. Going all the way to this little spot here. As you can see, Daring has a legendary mod, or unique mod is what they call it, unique equipment. By it having this little diamond right there. That's how you know if a ship has legendary mods. Eventually every ship's gonna get its own little legendary mod. There we go. First Gibraltar that I've seen. Honestly, I really like the Gibraltar. No shot this man plays Zao, bro. Oh, that'll make me so happy. Can we get a happy birthday to Adam over here? Adam Simpson. Just waiting on the last set. I know you guys come for my singing prowess. There we go. Filling up quickly. All right, moving on to our first match. Here we have Diamond Dogs versus Reinstall. So,
Action stations.
your blue team is your Diamond Dogs, and in red is Reinstall. Their whole name is Reinstall, Throw, Delete, but we just call them Reinstall for short. Your DD matchup, Daring and Smolland versus a Druid and Vampire. Outer Ring is getting flipped in favor of Reinstall. Let's see how these two guys play it here. It looks like you got the Puerto Rico flanking. GK is pushing in with that awesome space camo. Buffalo going way wide though. Torps coming on the Kremlin. We'll see if any of them hit, but nope. They've run out of steam. Currently middle cap and the middle ring is almost in favor of Reinstall, but they just can't seem to get it. We'll see if Daring pops into that middle ring to try to snag that up. Looks like there was a double fire on the Goliath. Goliath does, keep in mind, it did lose a good amount of health. Does have a super heal, so we'll see how that turns out for them. Down south, Napoli's kind of just hanging out, and so is Buffalo. Looks like Daring's doing a down the throat shot. We're gonna take a look and see if these hit Kremlin. Torp's coming in. It could be, if it gets them, it could be. Is reversing though. No, they're all gonna hit. All of them. Eats every single one. Does get a flood. It's down to half health. Uses a damage control, and it looks like he popped a heal as well. Very good Torps from the Daring. Currently points in favor of Reinstall. They're up by about 200 or 100. All right, Small and Torps coming out. Looks like we're going to have a Napoli versus Napoli situation down south. Well, scratch that because Yamato is also firing at that Napoli. Torps do hit Ashigara and it gets a flood. Looks like Buffalo's pushing in now again. Very, very close Torps there. Unfortunate salvo from Yamato. Goliath is looking very hurt. Let's see if he's undetected. See if he can heal that back up. It looks like his heal is going off though. Game is still close. First death goes to the vampire. Napoli ends up taking down the vampire. Reinstall has a 100-point lead right now. Double fire on to the Kremlin. does use a damage control. Is he using a heal as well? Meanwhile, I can't... Okay. The Buffalo is going to be going down to that Puerto Rico. I don't think it's going to be enough, though. Oh. And the Druid took someone down. That was a very, very close match. Oh, sorry, I'm yawning, guys. Profanity fills the gap nicely. Alrighty, on to our second match here.
General quarters.
So in your blue team, you have Diamond Dogs, and your red team is Reinstall. Currently, Reinstall is up 1-0. Kleber versus Marceau. That's our first Marceau. I dig it. Oh, Marceau's in trouble. It's definitely taking a fire from Goliath. That AP is no joke. Did get the fire on him too. Meanwhile, down south, Smallin versus Vampire. Buffalo versus Napoli. I think Napoli takes that, especially if it's in close range. Preussen versus Yamato. And Colombo takes down the Marceau. Honestly, Colombo, you need to be careful when you're in DD and there's Colombo lurking. That sap slaps so hard. Because remember, sap does not over penetrate. It is one of the best ammo types to be firing at DDs. Kremlin deciding to push into A. We'll see how that works out for him. Does have one fire on him so far, sitting at half health. Kremlin eats one torp, does have a permanent fire on him as well. Two permanent, oh, never mind, they're not permanent. I lied. Buffalo takes down the Kremlin. Meanwhile, there is a big group of them coming down south. It looks like they're going to try to pincer the Preußen, the Vampire, and the Napoli. Currently, Caps in favor. Caps are in favor of Diamond Dogs, but the points lead is in favor of Reinstall. Looks like these two are pushing back in. Honestly, I would like to see them engage that Napoli. They need to dogpile onto the Napoli because it looks like those guys are pushing out. Yamato takes out the Preußen down south. Now there's just two ships down here. Two DDs are heading towards that cap right now. Moscow is getting chunked by that Napoli. Colombo smacks the crap out of the Moskva, ends that right there, shuts that down. Good hit onto the Napoli. Let's see if we can get another one. Does have a Goliath running up on him. Vampire takes out the Colbert. They still have control of two of the caps, so the game's is still relatively close. Regardless, being down two extra ships, still only about 100-point difference. 44 seconds left, though. Yeah, Napoli's gonna hide now. I don't think there's anyone else really close to death. That Napoli is who they needed to get. Yeah, Napoli is just gonna sit there and hide because honestly that is the smarter play. You have the lead, no reason to put yourself out there to get more damage onto yourself. Colombo then takes down the Puerto Rico, seals the deal there, and Reinstall is going to be moving on to get that rematch against Corn Pop. Was a bad dude, aka the juggernaut known as Rage. And every match that we witnessed today was a 2-0. Let me just verify that we are done completely here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for day 2. Hopefully tomorrow the grand finals go very, very smoothly. Or the finals, not grand finals, because we got to work our way up. You know, we got to play. But you know what I mean. All right, we're gonna move on. I'm tired. Y'all have a good night. Thank you guys for stopping by. I greatly appreciate it.